So, what's going on, everybody? Now, I just got back from Wisconsin with my son. Me, Letitia, my son went to Wisconsin for a basketball tournament. So it got me to thinking, right? We was talking about living benefits, accelerated benefits for the last couple of days. So today is Sunday the 19th. But it got me thinking while we was riding back and forth to Wisconsin, right? We rode down there 3.5, almost 4 hours. We came back. It was a better ride. It was like 3 hours and 10 minutes or whatever, right? But what would happen if something happened to one of us, right? So let's just say something happened to myself or something happened to my wife, right? Do we have or do you guys have in place medical and financial power of attorneys? POAs, power of attorney. All right, so why is this important? And this is, remember, this is still the series. Don't be April's fool with your finances. So I'm still doing this. I'm still coming at you guys every day of the month. Every day of the month. Don't be April's fool with your finances. And this one I think is something that's really important to think about. You know, I WrestleMania just went off the air, right? Um, Last year I went to WrestleMania. Well, you know, one of my buddies passed away, so it was an extra ticket. So I went to WrestleMania, took his ticket. I flew to Vegas. My wife stayed here. What if something was to happen to me while I was in Vegas? Okay, who's gonna be the decision maker on if I needed some kind of, medical treatment? You know, I can't speak for myself right now because maybe I'm, you know, incapacitated and not waking up in a coma, whatever. Knock on wood, that's never gonna happen. But what if? What if that was to happen? So who would speak on my behalf? Right? I'm a grown adult. If my wife comes in there, okay. But do the doctors have to listen to my wife? Right? Do they have to? You know, what if it's some extreme something that maybe I have it written down somewhere that I want this to happen, but my wife comes and says, no, I want this to happen. Well, we got to make sure. So that's why you want to have a medical and a financial power of attorney. Okay, so here's a couple of things about medical and financial. So medical means that they would, if you incapacitated, they will make decisions based on your health care, what is to happen. So this is something that, you know, is very important. Both of them are very important, but I think this one is really important. The major medical part of it. Now, you can only have one active medical power of attorney. Okay, so let's just say I'm the medical power of attorney for my wife, right? She gets into some kind of accident, knock on wood, it's not gonna happen. But then let's just say while she's incapacitated, something happens to me. Now who's next? So with that, you can have a backup agent. You can have somebody to back, me up as the primary, basically as the primary active agent, active agent representative for my wife. We can have a backup. Okay, kind of like with life insurance, where you have a primary beneficiary and you have a contingent beneficiary or secondary. So kind of like the same thing. Okay, so you can have somebody to back the primary person up, the active agent up. Okay, so that's very important. Two, financial. So what if I'm down or somebody's down and some major situation happens, like okay, maybe you're not on the account, right? Maybe you have separate accounts, but the mortgage needs to be paid and they won't let you get into the husband or the wife's account because y'all weren't linked, and even though y'all married. Look, financial institutions be acting funny sometimes. So if you a financial power of attorney, you come in with this paperwork. Hey, I need access to that bank account. I need y'all to do this, that, the other. It's in writing, so it has to happen. They have to listen. Okay, medical and financial power of attorneys. Right? Don't be April's fool with your finances. It's something that's very important, you guys. Something that's very important. You can get them done. You can look. You can get them done different places. Went through Legal Shield and got ours done. So you can go through different spots to get them done. Also, something else that we're gonna talk about is having a will in place, having a trust in place. Trust probably more importantly, because wills can be contested, but trust should, if you do them the right way, airtight, right? So guys, look it up: medical and financial power of attorney. All right, medical, you can have one primary, and you can have backups, backup agents to, if something happens to the primary or the one active agent. Financial, you can have one or multiple. Now, here's the only thing with the multiple part: everybody that's multiple got to be on the same accord. They can't be having no backfighting and nope, I heard John say this, and nope, I heard John say this, so we're not gonna do that with that money. So gotta make sure everybody's on the same accord making decisions, because the person's still here. It's not like they passed away, right? They still here. So you want to make sure that if you do financial and you do multiple, that everybody's on the same accord with what the loved one, even though they still here, wants to happen with their finances. You guys, I appreciate it. Like I said, don't be April's fool with your finances. Contact us. LegendaryLegacyGroup.com is the website, or Legendary Legacy Group LLG@gmail is the email. Reach out. Got more information, you can reach out to us. We'll be happy to explain anything. Go through this series. Go through last year's series of Don't Be April's Fool with Your Finances. Some of the information is the same. Some of it's been updated. Just here to share information with you guys. Like I say, y'all have a great rest of your day. Great rest of your week. Great rest of your month. Great rest of your year. Great rest of your life, because you deserve it. All right. Have a good one. Later.